stage with two members, Võ Minh Duy and Lê Nhất Duyên.
Meet the iconic. We don't wait.
Team, are you ready?
We are ready.
Okay, so your 5 minutes of presentation start in 3, 2, 1.
Hey Duy, what's your liberty?
Hey son, what's your liberty?
You don't know? Okay, let's follow us to find the answer right now. For the first time ever, an iconic Italian scooter introducing Liberty Z, which is an exclusive edition for Vietnamese Gen Z, just for Vietnam. Now, it's not a matter of feature, it's a matter of brand perception. So, what is our next step? To build the relevant to Vietnamese Gen Z, we need to define clearly what liberty really means through the Vietnamese Gen Z, then connect with the brand. Now, let's take a look more closer to our TA, the Vietnamese Gen Z. They are a freedom generation. They have the freedom to say what they feel, to wear what they want. But it's more than just that. They also crave for connection. They want to stand out but never feel left out. And then I think I can call this generation is standing at the bridge of I and we. And then, a few days ago when Duy and I came across Independence Palace in Độc Lập, we saw many Gen Z who immersed to an atmosphere of celebrating the 30th April. They were wearing áo dài and taking photos in a unique way with sneakers, accessories in very modern style. That's a beautiful moment, and I can see that how they want to be a part of the national occasion. And then that example reflects exactly the spirit that I mentioned. So back to my first question. What does liberty really mean to the Vietnamese Gen Z? For them, real liberty means ability to freely express the personality while feeling belonging and connecting to others. Okay, we have talked a lot about Gen Z want to freely express their personality, and Liberty Z in line with that, with the freedom Italian lifestyle for the carefree riding experience. So, how about the need of belonging and connecting to others? Okay, I or we or they of Vietnamese Gen Z, we are all deeply aware of our culture identity, right? Because we are proud of our heritage. And so, one of the most powerful touch points that we can think of is the local experience and national spirit. So, Liberty Z deliver perfectly because it's not just adapt to Vietnam, it embraces Vietnamese culture from the design, ancient to technology, also inclusive to the local.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Duyên. So now we have 3 keywords for the strategic approach. And our big question here is how to show that Liberty Z is exactly the combination of the Italian lifestyle with the Vietnamese spirit and also, of course, the Gen Z personality. Accordingly, we come up with a really big idea.
Nhập gia tùy Z.
Okay, so inspired by a Vietnamese proverb, nhập gia tùy tục. And you can understand when in Vietnam, just right is a Vietnamese Gen Z, right? Yeah, nhập gia means Liberty Z, inclusive for Vietnam, inclusive for Gen Z. Do respect and honor the Vietnamese cultural spirit as well as the local experience. And PZ means empower Gen Z to do whatever they want in their own way. And our key message says siêu Việt, rất như ý. Siêu Việt means super Vietnamese and means offer the features go beyond the norms. And okay, như ý means the quality and the lifestyle as Italy. And also means that Liberty Z will accompany with Gen Z to achieve the liberty they want. Yes. And how to bring this nhập gia tùy Z to life? For awareness, we want to propose an MV with our brand ambassador right there, and try across Vietnamese streets to highlight the exclusive features just adapt for Vietnam. And we also want to partner with the show Hai Ngày Một Đêm. The spirit aligns perfectly with our nhập gia tùy Z. And for engagement, the key hook is the contextual cases about the Vietnamese Gen Z's daily pain points on their roads, just like the local weather or the traffic jams or specific roads in Vietnam. So showing that how Liberty Z optimized their riding experience. And for the final phase, we want to organize a roadshow across Vietnam and want many exclusive promotion for Gen Z around the reunification day to ride sales. Yes.
And that's the only thing that Liberty Z do. And once again, that's in Liberty Z. Say siêu Việt.
Chất như ý.
Thank you, team. Your time is up. And now it's 5 minutes for the Q&A section.
Hello. Hi, team. Firstly, congratulations on being the finalist. It was a great presentation. Thank you. What I liked about your presentation was that you embraced the product features. At least you spoke about it. I didn't see it being showcased in your creative communication, but at least you highlighted it about what those features were. I like the thought about being true to the Vietnamese roots and yet trying to bring the Italian lifestyle and the Italian culture. But I missed to see that in any of your executions. When you moved over to executions, I didn't see any Italian lifestyle, Italian culture in that. I only saw the Vietnamese aspect. So that to me was a big disconnect. How would you defend that?
Okay, thank you for your question. For execution plan, we have delivered the big idea nhập gia to Z across the phases, three phases. For the phase one, we have an MV with our brand ambassador, Ryder, and he and his friend ride Liberty Z across Vietnam's dynamic streets to highlight the feature just adapt for Vietnam. For Vietnam streets, for Vietnam culture, for Vietnam traffic, and just for Vietnam. Liberty Z exactly have many features just for Vietnam, so we highlight this on our MV. And for engagement, for awareness, we also have the partnership with the show Hai Ngày Một Đêm. And you know, the show is very hot around Gen Z and is travel driven. And it's about the culture. It highlights the culture very strong. So we think this show aligns perfectly with our nhập gia to Z. Okay, and for engagement, we have many daily contextual cases about the Vietnamese Gen Z's pain point when they ride on the road in Vietnam, just like the local weather of Vietnam, or the traffic jams, or the specific, just have in Vietnam. And for the final phase, we have many exclusive offer for Vietnamese Gen Z around the reunification day, you know, the April 30. Yes, and we also have we also have a roadshow across Vietnam from Ho Chi Minh to Da Nang to Hanoi, across Vietnam, literally. So they can have a trial on Liberty Z and also feel belonging, the cultural spirit.
And on the execution activity of Burst proposed that on reinforcing one message, a scooter made for Vietnam with the spirits of Italy and the soul of Gen Z. And that I think that on the execution activity deliver exactly the big idea and our key message.
Thank you for the explanation. I completely get the passion that you have behind explaining behind the Vietnamese activities, the Vietnamese culture. I get that, but I'm still missing the part of Italian lifestyle and the Italian culture. How do you see that coming through very clearly? For example, you're creating a music video. You could have thought about using one Italian musician, one Italian singer, you know, like, because that's your idea. If I've understood it correctly, that's your idea about being true Vietnamese, but mixed with Italian lifestyle, Italian culture. You know, just an example, you could have thought about that. You could have bring in the the nice beauty of both aspects into that. So that was my main question. Yep, it's okay. I think we are running out of time. I'll probably pass it to.
I will just echo what you said, Sid. Actually, guys, kudos to your strategy because you have highlighted the Italian lifestyle, the Italian mindset. And I think that is great because that is what makes Liberty distinct versus its competitors, right? And I think that's something that we need to embrace. What we are missing, and exactly what Sid was saying, is that you were able to, articulate that in your strategy. But when it comes to the big idea and the execution, it felt like it was very focused on embracing the Vietnamese culture that, that it was made for Vietnam. I think it's a miss that you're not able to draw some parallelism, for example. Like, for example, right, the mindset, the freedom mindset, the Italian mindset of freedom, how is it, how is it the same or how is it different or how it adapted to Vietnam mindset of freedom, things like that could have, strengthened your idea. But yes, I think very, very good in terms of capturing that in your strategy. You miss it in the idea. And last thing that I just need to comment, I'm not gonna ask questions because my question is exactly Sid's question. But one thing that I would just like to compliment you guys is you did very well with a good balance of, showing functionalities. And I think that is important for a high involvement product like Liberty. So yeah, I think that's a miss.
Thank you for your
Very
comment.
much.
And that's the end of the Q&A section. Thank you, juries, and thank you, team. Please, one more round of applause for our team, Didi. To audience, you can vote for Didi through the QR code on the screen right now.